First, just want to credit Belmont. What a great team. What a great program. So much respect for what they've done, what they've built, the way they carry themselves. And I thought they played like champions today. But I also beyond proud of Tennessee Tech and our players and everybody in that locker room. And it's a very, very emotional locker room right now because these kids love playing together. They love playing for each other. And I thought our team battled their hearts out today. If you would have told me before the game that we would have held Belmont to 62 points, I would have thought we had a great shot to win this game. But offensively, we just struggled offensively. But beyond proud of not only these two that are up here with me, but that entire locker room and what those kids have done, what they've accomplished, and where they have taken this program in year 3. And I think the future is extremely bright for Tennessee Tech women's basketball.
Coach, can you talk about your defensive effort and look their defense on your offense? It looked like in the second half, I think they held you about 7 of 28 from the field. Were they changing something in the second half that they weren't doing in the first half?
Well, what they do defensively, they try really hard to keep you in front. They don't get up and pressure you and allow you a lot of driving lanes to the basket, and then they clog the paint once you get there, and then they make you kick out, and then you've got to be able to knock down. You got to be able to knock down open looks, and I thought we did that the first quarter. I thought we did that extremely well, and then just as the game wore on, we just weren't able to finish shots. You're not going to beat Belmont shooting 23% from the floor. We went 3 of 13 in the fourth. We went 4 of 15 in the third, and you're not going to beat them shooting the basketball that way. And we didn't get a lot of second chance opportunities, and also didn't do a great job of getting to the foul line. So offensively, we just struggled. It's a credit to them. I thought they defended us extremely well. I thought our kids defended them extremely well. Holding Belmont to 62 points is very, very difficult. But I thought our kids played very, very hard. Did a better job in the second half of keeping them off the boards. But you've got to be. That's what we did the first game at their place when we were able to beat them. They scored 72, but we scored 77, and we did that by getting to the free throw line. We did a great job of getting to the free throw line, but we also knocked down outside shots when we got them, and we weren't able to do that today.
Is there an idea to explain about the inside presence? They beat you in the paint, but I thought, as you mentioned, very few opportunities for second chance.
Yeah, they're so difficult to defend. First of all, on the offensive end, because they have such great shooters on the perimeter, and Darby Maggard. I can't say enough about that kid. I think she's going to go down, and I've only been in the league for 3 years, but I think it's safe to say she's going to go down as one of the best players in this league. And there's been a lot of great players to play in the OVC, but I absolutely think she's one of them. And what she does, Scott, she creates so much for everybody else, because and offensively, Bart does a great job of putting his kids in a position to score. But when you're having to defend her and worry about her all night long, and especially off those on-ball screens, you don't want to switch them, but you end up having to switch them when she's stepping behind the on-ball screen and drilling threes. Well, then that creates mismatches in the paint. You've got your little, and they're big, they've got some bigger guards and that are able to take you down and post you up. So it just created a lot of mismatches, and they were able to, and obviously Maddie Wright did a nice job finishing her shots in the paint as well. But because of Darby, it creates a lot of mismatches for you defensively.
I think we had talked before, third year, you've been to the tournament twice, got to the semifinals now in your third year. Just talk a little bit about the development of this program so quickly.
Well, let me tell you what it all starts with, and this is where I may get a little emotional right here. It all starts with these kids, and the kids that we have in our program, and what they stand for and what they're about. Our culture is about connection, and if you want to know how connected we are, just walk down in that locker room right now, because we have a lot of kids that are very emotional. And obviously I'm emotional, not because I think it's over, because I hope we're still going to be playing. I think this team has done enough to continue playing in some type of postseason. But because, I think they deserve to be playing again tomorrow. Now, we didn't earn it. Belmont earned it. And you don't always get in life what you deserve. You get what you earn. And a credit to Belmont. They earned it. But we are this is a very connected basketball team. The players are connected to each other. They're connected to the coaches, managers, support staff. And then you see, all you got to walk out there and see is their connection to the fans. And it's really special. It's really special. And I am so excited about the future of where our program is going. But it all goes back to these young women right here.
Nancy, have you talked a little bit about the experience and what it's like to get to the semifinals of OVC?
This is the first year I've made it. Nancy made it the first year Coach Rose was here, but it's just been awesome. The coach has made it awesome for us, and just playing out there on the court. I had butterflies the first game. I walked into the locker room and I was like, Coach, you're right. Like, butterflies did come out, and I wasn't nervous all year. It's just been awesome, amazing experience, and we'll be back next year for sure.
Just from my first year being here with Coach Roseman. Well, my second year being at Tennessee Tech, but with my first year with Coach Rose, we got to the tournament, and I can feel the difference. We're growing as a team, and players are driving it. Our connection that we have with each other is better than what we ever had before. And I just admire everything that we have done. In this tournament, we made it further than what we had before, and it's just one step at a time. So we're going to be back.
Coach, talk a little bit about what you tell them. They're obviously emotional and upset, but how do you set them off, for the future?
Oh, gosh, they got to be proud. They have to be so proud. And when you go through a season, it's just everything's about next. Even when we beat Belmont back in January at Belmont, you don't really get to stop and enjoy it, because the minute you stop and you start thinking about what you're doing is the minute that you lose your next game. And so you've always got to be preparing for the next opponent and just trying to be better the next day than you were yesterday. So, I think, and hopefully again, we're not finished, but who knows? But this is a time where I think they can just stop and look at what they've done. The second biggest turnaround in the country as far as wins from one season to the next. 21 wins the first time, and I don't know all the stats, but I know Nate knows them by heart at this point. And but 21 wins in a season, most conference wins in probably 8 years, just all that they've accomplished together. But it's been because they're a team. And I just told them in there, we've got starters, kids that could start, that are coming off the bench. I think we've got one of the best freshmen in our conference that nobody knows about yet because she hadn't played, because we've got 3 experienced post players that have been playing ahead of her in Taylor Lamb. But everybody's accepted their role. And I think that is what, in this world today, that is so hard to find. Everybody wants instant gratification, and sometimes we want it to be about ourselves. But that's not what it is with Tennessee Tech women's basketball. Everybody accepted their role, and everybody truly wanted their sister to be successful. And that's why we are where we are. There's no star on this team. While we've got some great players, the star is the team. And everybody has bought into that and accepted it. And, each year it looks different. And we'll have to work really hard. Chemistry-wise, we've got a lot of those players returning. But every year is different. No year is going to be the same. And just because we got, majority of our team returning, we lose 2 outstanding seniors that we will miss tremendously. But a lot of young kids in that locker room, it does not guarantee success. And so, we have to take this and let it fuel our fire. And do everything that we can do to try to be playing on Saturday next year for an opportunity to go to the NCAA tournament.
Coach, how about the contributions from those 2 seniors? Alexander, really an all-around player the entire season long. They Lacey Cantrell, especially late in the year, really picked up her game. Just talk about their contributions.
Yeah, well, first, we only had them for 2 years, and I sure wish we had them for 4, because they have really impacted our program. And one day, when we're on that court cutting down the nets, they'll be right there with us. They have left their legacy in so many ways on and off the court. I'm going to miss them tremendously. I'm also going to miss their families. We have some unbelievable, we've got awesome young women because we've got awesome families that support us and just want the best for the team, and their families are tremendous. But they're going to do great things in life. Lacey's already got a job, and she's going to walk out in May and go straight to a job. And so just extremely proud of both of them, what they've done on and off the court, and how they've served everybody in our program, how they serve the community, how they've competed in the classroom, how they've competed in the weight room, in everything that they do. They really embody our core values and what our culture is all about.